episode 287. Thank you all for listening to episode 286. Back Lashley. I am Fireball here with my co-host.
Truly Bear.
Is that a seltzer, Truly Bear? Are you a seltzer?
It's a tea, actually.
Oh, I heard that those are pretty good.
They're very good.
Parrot had me try one. I tried the old Bud Light lemonade seltzer today. Actually,
yeah, Bud Light just announced today they came out with a tea, so they're all just copying each other. But I don't care how girly people say it is; it's still 5% and still get you as fucked up as anything else you're going to drink.
It's like the Arnold Palmer Spike, same shit. I'll drink the shit out of that.
My bad. Sorry. Who do we got left? My apologies.
Oh, you good, man? Art Sloan. Thanks, long time, man. Happy to be here.
Well, long time listener, first time caller.
Well, thank you, Art. It's better than Art Sleester. We're happy to have you. So I was going to tell you why I'm Fireball today. So we're at the course today or this evening, and old Brandon from the Grown Ups got to see me tee off with a shot of Fireball. Crushed it, 240. And he knocked the tip off, of course. So I was like, oh, I hit it perfect. Broke the tee. So he was just like, Jesus, drew the hell out of it too. I mean, it was just a huge draw. I'm like, I want to do this normally. And I came at it like basically sideways because this thing was sitting up about 3.5 inches.
Oh yeah. That's a lot larger than a normal tee.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. No Parrot today. He got to play at a country club, like a real course, like Brandywine, but even more prominent in the Toledo Country Club. And he lost his phone. I told him it was probably around hole 4 because he stopped clocking into the Grint after hole 3. So I said, look at hole 4. You might find it. But I don't think he's found his phone. He called me.
I'm going to have to talk to my people and ask them why they allow him on that course. Get my membership revoked after that bullshit.
It's just been revoked.
You're like, why do you guys have live animals out playing? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Goddamn live animals. Oh, well, let's talk about some golf. What happened last week? I know Sam Burns was winning, but he fell. Well, I don't know if he fell apart, but he just didn't win, right?
Did you want to go over the sponsors, or are we saving that for later?
Yeah, we'll get them later.
Okay, we'll get them later. Sorry, sponsors. Sam Burns was leading literally the entire tournament. And then last day he ended up shooting 70, and KH Lee shot a 66, bogey-free 66 to end up stealing the tournament. He had a good week too. he got shot 65, 65, 67, 66. Can't get much more consistent than that. I think that was his first win on the PGA Tour, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's won on the European Tour. Maybe it was the Asian Tour, one of the two. I can't remember. He's won a couple times, but I think this was his first win on the PGA Tour. So good for him, man. It got him in this week to gets him into the PGA Championship this week. So it was a big win because I don't think he would have qualified if he didn't get that win. So good for KH Lee. Gets him in, and hopefully he's playing some good golf and can make the cut and make some more money this week. Dub had Burns, right? So He ended up getting a second out of that, which he had a great week. Sam Burns been playing some good golf. I had Aaron Wise, who he was leading after the first day and then didn't do shit. Which he ended up getting a 55. DeChambeau also had a 55. He was in danger of missing the cut, ended up making it, and didn't play that great on the weekend. Cody had Mark Leishman, had a nice 21, solid. He was up there for a little bit too, and then he didn't have a great Sunday either. I think he shot 70. And like we said earlier, this is an easier course for these guys. So the scores were really low. So you say, yeah, they shot a 70, but shooting 70 at this course does not, it actually loses you position. It doesn't gain you ground. I think the cut line was 3 under or something like that. Usually it's an over cut line at courses. So that was it. And then Scotty Scheffler, 47 for Parrot. I think pretty much most Texans in the field made the cut. I think I played one of those on DraftKings and just played all Texan golfers: Spieth, Palmer, Scheffler, A few of those guys, as well as many Texan golfers as I could get in there. They usually do well. But this week to the PGA, Kiowa, man, it's going to be an absolute, no pun intended, bear this week. It's the longest. It's going to play as the longest major ever. I think 7,900 yards, about almost 8.
Jesus.
And the place is right on the ocean. It is 100% going to be brutal with wind. It's already windy there. They have said that they said, in a sense, there's no prevailing wind. So the winds literally will gust each any way. You could play 18 holes, and every single time the wind could be into you. So this is going to really benefit long hitters, right? It's going to benefit long hitters, though, that can putt. And that's going to be huge.
So not Bryson.
Bryson can get his putter going. He really can. I mean, he will be able to hit through the wind. No doubt about that. He's going to be able to hit through the wind. But you're right. That's his struggle, is around the greens. He's not the greatest putter, and he's not the greatest chipper in the world. So he's going to have to really get on in two to have any chance to win this tournament. The only time that the PGA has played here as an event or major was 2012 at the PGA Championship, and Rory ended up winning, and he ended up dominating. 13 under par. He won by 8 strokes. So, yeah. So, Rory has history here, but that, the course wasn't as long then, and there was only one day where it was super windy, and that was on Friday. And there were guys shooting in the 90s. There were guys shooting in the high 80s. A guy actually shot an 86 on Friday and still made the cut. That's how bad the wind was. There's just that. If this plays windy all 4 days, this will be an over par course. If this only plays windy 1 or 2 days, you're going to see scores probably, 8, 9, 10 under, most likely. You're always going to have someone come out and probably play hot right off the bat. Someone will come shoot like a 5 under, 6 under, no name kind of guy. Just seems like it always happens in events like these. But, guys who finished up there back then, obviously Rory won it. Keegan Bradley was still playing. Ian Poulter and Justin Rose all were tied 3rd. So, guys that can play, right? The guys that are going to have the opportunities this week are going to be the ones that can putt. I mean, simple as that. So if you're a good ball striker, you can get it below the wind and you got a little bit of distance on you, you're going to be okay. They already said people have gone out there like Zach Johnson per se, and he's hitting driver 3-wood into these holes to where you got guys obviously like Bryson who are going to be hitting driver 4 or 5 iron. Still, I mean, it's huge. It's a big difference, but you're going to have a little bit more control over a 4 or 5 iron than a 3-wood. So the benefit here is going to be picking someone who's more of a long hitter that can control it. And there's a few guys in the field who can do that. Obviously Rory, he's got course history. So Rory definitely is one who's going to be, I think he is the favorite this week because he did win, but also he just won 2 weeks ago. And he can hit the ball, he can putt. Bryson is going to most likely be up there if he can get the putter going. Brooks, if he's healthy, is going to be a tough one. Spieth has been playing really good golf. He's not a long hitter, but he has a great game everywhere else. And Spieth has been playing well, so don't be surprised to see Spieth up there. But in my opinion, you're going to see a lot of the European players, I think, in the top 20 this week. They're used to playing in the wind. They know these courses that play this way. I have a feeling you're not going to see a bunch of Americans up there. You definitely will. You're going to see some guys up there. I think Xander's going to be up there. I think Spieth is going to be up there. I think Finau is going to be up there. But I don't think there's going to be as many people are going to think. I think you're going to see a leaderboard of a lot of the European sort of players who deal with these conditions a lot more than what the American players do. But it's going to be crazy. Like I said, 7,900 yards about is absolutely nuts. Longest ever in major history. So this is, you're seeing.
It's fucking crazy
this week. Yeah. You're seeing history this week, and it's going to be a good one. So as of last week, and I can't remember what it was, but you need to pull really quick because I think Dub and I are separated by 6. 3?
I
Yeah,
think
it's
3.
close. And we both have the same guy this week. We're both going with Rory this week. So, I mean, I haven't picked Rory yet this year. I've been saving him for a major. And it just so happened as I was doing some research that he won at this place. He just won recently. He fits the European mold of guy who I want to pick this week. So all around, it looks good. I hate picking the favorite because they usually never win. But I got to go Rory this week. I think he's going to put up a decent showing, and I think he'll be in contention on Sunday. Hopefully he pulls out the W. I would like to see him win again. He definitely is deserving of another major, but I can definitely see I can see him finishing well this week.
So yeah, you got a 3-point difference, and I'm behind you guys by I think like 28, something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was like 30. Yeah, right there.
Something like that. And I'm going to play into not so much history, but the story. I like stories. I like stories, pal. And this is a good storyline. This guy playing well as of late. Was off the mat for kind of a while, but you said it, not a long hitter, but he does have great game everywhere else. I'm going to take Jordan Spieth, man, going for that grand slam. I think he can get it this week.
Yep. I mean, he's playing is about as good as golf as anyone else out there right now. And he certainly has a great chance to win this week. But he's gonna be there. He's gonna be same spot. I wouldn't be surprised to see him and Rory in the final pairing on Sunday. I really wouldn't.
And we apologize now, guys, if you both missed the cut. It's our fault. And old Captain
right.
Wind.
We've been all right lately.
Yeah, we have. You and I. Well, I missed a cut with DJ. You haven't missed a cut in a while. Knock on wood. Tommy Fleetwood.
Since Fleetwood, who again, he's an underdog this week, man.
Yeah,
guy who hasn't won, plays well in the wind, kind of long hitter, but can control it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Fleetwood.
I talked to our good old friend, Fake Francesca, and that's what he said. He said, Spieth's a great pick. His gut has foretold him that Tommy Fleetwood week.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he said. But we don't have a parrot pick yet. He'll probably take somebody that's not in the field, like Arnold Paul.
There's like 160 guys. If he doesn't take someone in the field, that'd be.
He might not pick. I mean, we don't know.
That's true.
All right, Art Sloan, what do you got?
Did I pick Victor Hovland yet?
I don't think you have.
I don't think so.
All right, man. I'm going with
Victor Hovland. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, another guy who's been playing well, and he can hit the ball, but he also does really well around the green. So he gets that putter going. I mean, he's going to be fire. But one more guy he's going to be one of the guys that you should have in DraftKings lineups anywhere else is Will Zalatoris, man. Last week, I think he finished middle of the pack. He finished like 30th or something. He had the most strokes gained from the greens. And that's what you need to win majors. So Will Zalatoris he's going to be a hot commodity this week.
I was going to ask you, how is he able to play? Like, how does that work? Because he still doesn't have his card yet, does he?
I think he does.
Oh, yeah. Does he now? Okay,
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we'll see. It'll be a good week, but we're going to switch gears. And before we do, so like Bear said earlier with the sponsors, we got to thank All Wear Clothing, allwearclothing.com. Brandon can help you out with all of your clothing needs. Just mention Over the Line Sports Podcast. He will hook you up like he has hooked us up with all the beautiful swag we have. Again, allwearclothing.com. Grendel's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
Billings, Montana.
No, he doesn't. And the only places I think he serves is where there's water because he likes to be in that boat. So if you have a lake or an area where you can boat, he might be your personal landscaper. And hell, you mentioned Over the Line Sports Podcast, he might live there for you. And as long as you let him use the water and dock his boat, you're in good shape. 419-704-5471. Sparty Steve, as always, he's going to be donating, of course, he's paying for the place that we're going to have the event, the Waterville Event Center, and for our food. So thank you, Sparty Steve. We're going to switch up. I don't think we talked about doing trivia with the grown-ups, but they just got back in person for the first time, by the way, in over a year, and they had a great episode. It was fun to listen to, and they had cards, and you had to like take the best answer of the cards. It was pretty cool. Like, for example, the the Shiv had a card. He let it off with the first. If I was an action figure, what would be some of his like accessories? And one of them said he'd have that hand action where he could put gel in his hair and some shit like that. And so they just had some great answers, and it was a fun game. I'm like, that would be fun with the 8 of us to do something like that and take the best answers because we'd have a lot of laughing. And then I'm going to look for a few of those card games that have like drinks involved. I think it's called Do or Drink or Don't, or Do It or Drink It, or some shit like that. And I'm like, that would be fun because we got to get to 300 drinks. And I did write it down on the book somewhere, but episode 400, I think, is June 22nd, 2022, something like that. And episode that's 400. And then 500, I think, is June 3rd, 2023. So we are a ways away from those, but it's hard to believe that in a couple years, 2023. And but go check out the Grown Ups podcast. They are a great podcast, pop culture, all your pop culture needs. Just had their 94th episode. They've been doing this for 5 years. Finally got back in person. The original 4 guys there. You got Clay, you got Brandon, you got the Shiv, and you have Clay, Brandon, the Shiv, and Jason. So they've been on our show, all of them. So go check them out. Again, the Grown Ups podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast. Spotify is probably the best one to get it. Go check them out. And last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
The book is out. Dating Sucks, But You Don't. So you need to go get it. Pre-orders are done. The book's there. You can go get it on Amazon. If you got Prime, you probably get it in 2 days. Cody has read it 69 times already. You already know about his mistress. You know about his wife. You know about the lady at the grocery store that he sees in the back freezer aisle. All because he read the book. It's not that hard, people. Go to Amazon.com. Dating Sucks, But You Don't by Connell Barrett. It's the #1 dating book on there right now. Simple as that. Order it. It is a nice leather-bound book. It smells of rich mahogany. If you don't have this book, you're a nobody, and you're probably not getting a date for the next few years. So just get the book, Dating Sucks, But You Don't, and then go to datingtransformation.com if that doesn't work for you. But the book's going to work, so buy the damn book.
And it may not be hard, but it'll get you there. It's working out for you over there, isn't it, Mr. Sloan?
Yeah, I had Peyton Manning talking about cut that meat.
Jesus. All right. So over to NASCAR. Look at, man, Cody Bryan is coming back. He has been our leader for the past 5 weeks now. He got a 3rd place, man. You're quietly almost in the 20 average. Seems crazy, but when you look at it this way, let's go back to just the first several races, not counting the last 5. You had 225 points. I had 94. Okay. Just to give you perspective, I am now at 167 and you were at 272. So almost within 100. You were right there. So basically 3 races, but you just had that bad start, man. 34, 33, 23, 16, 20, 39, 27, 33. But since then, 17, 9, 12, 6, 3. Cody Bryant is coming on, folks. He is there. My old pick. And by the way, that race was dominated by Hendrick. All 4 guys. Larson dominated the race like he has the past several weeks. You can see it right there, that my old championship driver. And thankfully, I got 3 Hendricks guys in my final 4. They're all looking tough. It's hard to believe that Bowman, who's now won 2 races, does not have a contract yet for next year. But I think we know he's going to get a long-term deal in that 48.
Yes, 100%. 100%. He's proven himself. This is a prove it year, and he's proving himself.
Yeah, 2 wins. Guess who couldn't win in the 48 last year? Jimmy Johnson, one of the GOATs. Yeah. So check him out. Old Chase, checkered flag Elliott got a 3rd place. Didn't get the checkered flag, but he got a 3rd. And Bowman won. Larson was 2nd. Elliott was 3rd.
Byron was
And
fourth.
Byron was fourth, top four. And I know I actually won in our DraftKings group, and I gained 240 points on you, so that made me feel good. I'm still probably 200 away from you, but I'm getting there. And all it takes is a week, as we saw. But what about that lineup you put in 10 minutes till it was time?
Yeah, I should have played that one in our DraftKings. Yeah, I played all four Hendricks boys, and then I played two nobodies just to get them in, and I was 8 points away from $500 or $700 or something like that. So yeah, I just, I know we talked about it, and then I just kind of got that feeling. I was like, three sound good, but I'm going to try to fit all four in. And the way I could fit all four in was straight up got to take some shitty drivers, and luckily some other guys wrecked out, like Amarola and all these dudes that pushed those guys up even further, and they finished the race. So hey, that was solid. Took $60 out of it. Finished sixth out of 8,200 people. Can't beat that.
I'll tell people all day long, do not take Almirola this year. He is having a bad year. He's having a Danica year.
He was having a good race too. That's what sucks. I felt bad for him.
Well, it's like Larson, man. Larson, he's had a couple races he was up there. Like he's been in probably every race, except something happens that he gets knocked out. He blew an engine once. The dirt course, he got hit by Ross Chastain, and then another one he cut a tire. I mean, he's up there the whole time. I mean, Hendrick's looking good this year. And Gibbs and Hendrick. I mean, just like every year, Gibbs and Hendrick right there. And even old Penske there too, of course. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But just look at our picks. Outside of Chase, Austin Dillon, 14th. Daniel Suarez, my sleeper, finished 9th. Another top 10 for him, 5 out of 9 races there. And Cole Custer, top 10. Like you guys said, I think you said an 11, a 10 or an 11 would be good here.
Well, he's finished 9th and 11th. Now he's finished 10th. So his average finish stays 10th. So yeah. Cole Custer putting on the money exactly where he's at. And yeah, I mean, for the worst to be 14th, yeah, that's great. We had a good week. That was our best week since Vegas when the worst was 16. So
that's our best week this year.
Yeah. So this is
probably not in terms of points. That's 39 right there, and that's 45. So yeah, right there though.
Yeah, we're right there. So yeah, it was a good week. And this week, first road course, Circuit of the Americas, COTA in Austin, Texas. Never have raced here before, ever. So good luck. Idea. Draw a driver out of a hat and pick them, because that's really what it is this week. I mean, you got the guys that race well on the road courses, right? You got Chase, you got Truex, Blaney. Those are your guys probably going to be up there as favorites. So those are probably the ones you want to cling to a little bit. I haven't seen any of the other, anybody else in there who rode, it's not like they got Cosgralla or any of these guys in here. Right.
He's a stud though.
Allmendonger is racing. So
Allmendonger
in there. He'd be a good one.
He is racing?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Good to know.
He's on there at least. So I saw him on there. I don't think they have the full lineup yet. He is out there, and I took him at the Daytona road course, and I was the only one that had a top 10 that week. So there you go. Take that as you will.
Yep, I'm going to take that as you said it.
Yeah, and obviously, if he's out or whatever, we can, we'll change. Well, but since lineups aren't officially out there yet, it happens. We can make that adjustment as long as it's before race time starts.
Yeah,
so of course. We're cool with that.
Well, I think I'm first in points. Yeah, I'm kind of, and Parrott's in second. That's hilarious. With the Josh Bilicki, no picky. I'm at 167. Parrott is at 192, so he's 25 away. I'm going to, I'm going to just, I saved him for a road course. I'm going to take him now. Here's the time to do it. Give me old Chase Elliott. I might change my mind to the dinger, but I got to see before the race how things go. But usually I don't like to change my mind, because then I feel like it bites me in the ass. So if I just leave it how it is, I don't feel bad if I was wrong.
Yep. Yeah. This one was a tough one. Obviously Parrott's not here, so he's not going to be next. I will be. We'll have to figure out something if he doesn't make a pick this week. I'll have to
Boris said.
Boris didn't say a pick, so I finished last.
Boris said.
So I'm gonna go with a rookie this week. I'm gonna go with Austin Cindric.
That's a good fucking pick.
He has dominated road courses in Xfinity. This will be his second so far in Cup. we'll see how he does. Hopefully he has a good week for me, but he did dominate road courses. He was the Chase Elliott and Xfinity of the road courses. So yeah, we're gonna go with Cindric this week.
And Art Sloan.
We'll go with Martin State Truex Jr., man.
What'd you say? Martin State?
State Truex.
Martin State Truex Jr. It's a good pick. He's probably the second best road course racer on the circuit behind Chase, I would say, in my opinion. It would be Chase, Truex. Those are the
Chase,
guys.
Truex, and probably Kyle. Honestly,
that's what's gonna suck this week in DraftKings is you're gonna have to hunt for someone and get lucky. Hope that a couple people blow some engines and wreck because a lot of people are going to be on Chase and Truex this week, so should be a good one.
And all right, so I got to tell Jeremy we started at 8:30 for the foreseeable future. And so he knows when to get us there because we want to try to get this done in under 30 minutes because we got to get to wrestling and talk about do our old watch along with AEW. So we got to wait till then. And then, I'll cut out because I'll have 15 things streaming. Right now I've only got one and this. So I'll be frozen at some point and you guys won't say anything. But I'll still, at least I'm talking. It's still recording and you guys can see my shit for now.
There we go.
I was say, just don't talk bad about the dough god and everything will be cool.
Yeah, I know, man. Demo God pissed him off, talked about how fat he was, and he stopped my internet.
No, I said dough god.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Demo God.
No, Demo god, dough god, it's all the same.
Yeah. All right, so I wanted to get into a few things here that I brought up. First off, I forgot to mention this last week. I don't know if you saw it, but a man was arrested in Puerto Rico for killing a dog that took his golf ball when he was golfing, and he shot it 3 times.
He should be shot 3
What's
times.
wrong with people? Preakness. I know the Preakness just happened, and now old Bob Baffert can't enter any horses at Belmont.
Yep. Old Rombauer ended up winning that, which surprises me because, the horse tested negative for anything else. So I don't understand why Belmont is being pricks and not letting him race, but whatever. It is what it is.
He doesn't have feelings. So
bottle Bob, man.
I'm not saying he's not a cheater, but we're talking like hundreds and thousands of ounces. Let's grow up. Yeah. Obviously, it didn't do shit for him there in Preakness. He still finished like 4th, 3rd, or 4th. So
the one thing I will mention as we switch over to old basketball. How about them old Cody Bryant Lakers going to be in one of the playing games? They lose tonight, they're going to be playing Memphis or San Antonio, which they'll get in either way.
Dude, you know what's going to happen because old drama queen LeBron, this is what's going to happen, right? They're going to freaking lose, and then they're going to beat the winner of Memphis San Antonio. So now, old crybaby LeBron can have his whole narrative because, he's always wanted that narrative every postseason. He's like the cute girl that hangs out with ugly chicks just to get attention, Like it has to be about him, And just like how he was hyping up Steph Curry to be MVP this year. Oh, what a coincidence. LeBron's playing Steph Curry in the play-in game. So if they just happen to beat the Warriors tonight, then it's we had to go through the reigning MVP and be a 7 seed to win the title. Give me my flowers. It's like, dude, we're gonna give you your flowers anyway. Like, just shut up sometime. Like you can't quit fishing for compliments. That's kind of what he does. He like tries to fish for compliments and adulation, and I think it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah, but I'm sure that'll be his little narrative of the postseason. It's like, yeah, man, we overcame all this adversity. And as the 7th seed, we're the first 7th seed to win the title.
Well, I will tell you, I was, as we talked about last week, as a Celtics fan, I was absolutely fucking terrified to play Washington. But Tatum came out to play, scored 50, and, the Celtics ran away with it at the end. So I was happy to see that. So they're in as your 7, and Washington, who are they playing? Indiana, I think, now for the 8. Yeah.
Yep.
So that'll be good. I mean, they got it, but who's the one, or Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play Washington, like not in a 7 game.
Nah, but Boston gets Brooklyn, so it's not much better.
Yeah, they get Brooklyn, so they're fucked either way too. I mean, and they just lost Robert Williams. We were just talking about Williams. He was there. I mean, Tristan came down with 12 boards last night, but the Robert Williams, they lost him for a little bit. I thought they were going to lose Marcus Smart. They only lost him for just like basically a quarter and a half, but got him back. But yeah, if Tatum does what he did yesterday and takes over a goddamn game, they'll be fine. He had 58 and 4. Like he has to be that leader. I mean, we talked about it a few years back that hey, he can be the guy, but he was so worried about Kyrie and others that he just didn't want to do anything. And I mean, hell, Kemba did his shit too. Kemba he played and he scored 29 last night too.
Yeah, and that's going to be the issue is our Tatum's great, right? Tatum definitely top notch. He's just not that superstar. He's not going to be able to do it. LeBron, and back then when he was with Cleveland, all that, he could do it. He could drop 40 to 50 a night in the playoffs and carry the team on his back. Tatum can do that this week. He ain't going to do that every game. That's the problem. And Kemba is solid too, but there's too many missing pieces. Now, if they had Jaylen Brown and they had Robert Williams, if they had everybody healthy, it would be a whole different ballgame. But
right,
they're gonna lose in 5 to Brooklyn. Simple.
Yeah, no, and here's the crazy thing: Tatum took 32 shots, and Kemba took 24. The rest of the team combined to take, what does that look like? 40 shots. So they took 56. The rest of the team took 40. And but the big thing, Tatum was 17 of 17 from the line. As we've always said, man, free throws matter. When you make 17 of 17, it's pretty goddamn good. And they ended up beating the shit out of them. They won by 18. I mean, first half, after the first quarter, they were up by 6. They were down by 2 at the half, turn around and win by 18. Come out and they just played like they should play. But like you said, I'm with you, man. They're going to lose in 5 to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's healthy. They're waiting. They're going to beat them. It's going to be wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's bound to happen, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. It keeps Brad Stevens around for another couple of years.
I would have loved to see him with Jaylen Brown play him and see that matchup. I still think they would lose, but probably in 6 or 7, not 5 or 4.
It would go. I think if Boston was fully healthy, it would go 7.
Yeah. That's the tough part. So we'll see. I mean, you got Memphis and San Antonio. Memphis is trying to give this game away. And Golden State plays the Lakers at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll see that happen. And then tomorrow you got the playing game, Indiana and Washington. And on Friday you have the other playing game. So for the 8 seed. So we'll see what's up. And then Saturday starts the old matchups. So we'll see how our picks play out. I think I'm going to go back to what our NBA picks were over here on the old what did we have? So let's go to NBA. Lakers. Everybody took the Lakers. So if the Lakers win, we all tie, and then it comes down to tiebreakers. We got Bucks, we got Heat, we got Celtics and Nets. But Wes Anderson doesn't count. So it'll be interesting.
Why would he not count?
I can't give him a podcast title.
I could. He picked for the year.
So this is true. It's like wrestling. We're going to have to give Peapod a title.
Peapod ain't getting a title for wrestling.
We'll get to that later.
We all know that.
Yeah, we're just letting him. We're just baiting him. We're baiting him. All right. So that's what's going on in the NBA right now. We'll have more next week as we get some updates as the first round will have begun. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens there. Now off to the NHL. Been watching much of this playoff hockey there?
I'm watching Washington and Boston go to overtime for the 3rd straight game.
Jesus. Is that it now? 3 in a row?
3 in a row now. They're going to overtime. Yep.
And they've split the first 2.
Yep. Washington won the first game. Boston won the second game. And now they're going to overtime in Boston just right now.
That was Pittsburgh, too. They lost that first game in overtime yesterday. They won. So they're 1-1. Vegas is 1-1 with Minnesota, as we mentioned earlier. Well, you may not have heard it. We think we said it off the air, but Colorado actually did win the President's Cup because of how the tiebreakers work. They had more, and we just to reiterate it, they had more regulation wins than Vegas did, and that's why they tied in points. And then the tiebreaker is regulation wins, not overall wins, regulation, which kind of makes sense. So that just how it played out. Tampa Bay's up on Florida 2-0, 2-0. That doesn't surprise me really at all. Nashville's 1-0 on Carolina. Which
Carolina's 1-0 on Nashville.
Thank you. Carolina's 1-0 on Nashville, which not surprising. Winnipeg and Edmonton play for the first time tonight, right?
Yep, sure do. And then Colorado and St. Louis play tonight, game 2.
And that's 1-0. And like we said, Pittsburgh, New York Islanders are 1-1. Montreal and Toronto, they go for the first time tomorrow too. Game 1 is tomorrow. That's crazy.
Yep. Well, they had some games to finish up in Canada, so.
Yeah, because Vancouver couldn't. Too much COVID.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Baseball, we had another no-hitter. What the fuck? What is going on? 5th one this year. 2nd for the Mariners again. I think they're trying to compete with the Indians.
They're trying. Yeah, and it was against the Tigers, the worst team in baseball. So take that as you will.
Yeah. I want to reiterate that to Dub. Tigers.
I thought the Tigers was the Tigers threw that one, didn't he?
Yeah, against Seattle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still the worst team in baseball.
Jesus.
So this was kind of nuts to think about. So Ohtani currently leads the MLB in home runs. And he has a 2.1 ERA. That is fucking insane. 14 home runs. So is he just DHing when he's playing, or is he playing outfield?
I think most of the time he's DHing, if I'm not mistaken.
Because they got to save him to pitch, right?
I think he only goes and plays in the field after he pitches.
Okay. And then so he can still hit. Yeah. So and then when he's pitching, he's in the lineup, isn't he? When he's pitching? They don't have a DH, they have him hitting.
I think they can.
No, they can. I'm just saying, is that what they're doing?
I don't think they can in the American League, can they? You can't be your pitcher can't be the DH, can he?
I don't think
you have to have a DH though, do you?
Yeah, in the American League, you do.
I didn't think you had to. Huh. Yeah, no. We're gonna have to look that up, and I'm gonna see when Ohtani pitched last. Yeah, let's look that up. That'll be a fun thing to look up.
Yeah, because he's messing everybody up right now.
Dude,
being a pitcher and hitting
insane.
every day. Yeah.
And he's no joke. And I know they said this a few years ago. But what's crazy is his ERA is the same as Scherzer. Like, God, dude is unbelievable. Just a hell of an athlete. When's the last time we saw somebody like this that could hit like this and pitch like this? That was legit.
Babe Ruth.
Is Babe? That's insane.
I mean, we have never seen it in our life.
That's a good point.
Honesty. It's a fact.
Yeah, I can't remember a pitcher like being this great of a hitter.
Yeah.
And was he so? What was he first, a pitcher or a hitter, when he came from over there?
Did both. He was still doing both over in Japan too.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's still pretty much a young cat, ain't
he? Yeah, he's late 20s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think he's that old.
Trying to see when he pitched last. Let's see. What is today? Wednesday. So maybe last Thursday. What do you pitched?
Dude, he's only 26 years old.
Wow.
26.
He's a baby, man.
Right.
And the Angels, I'm pretty sure, still in last place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're definitely in last place.
Chalk it up to him.
I just want to see when he pitched last. Because right now they're playing what? Cleveland?
Yeah. I think he pitched last night. It was last night or 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
I thought he pitched tonight. Oh, I guess we could look at tonight's lineup and see if he's in it. That would be.
Filling out another golf lineup. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll look at the old lineup right now and see what's in. That's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pitching.
yeah. 3 hits through 4 innings tonight.
Pretty good.
Indians still up 1-0.
The Indians are up. But no, it's 2-1 LA.
Okay. They were up 1-0. Fucking sucks.
And Ohtani can hit. He's 0 for 2. He's batting second. So you do not need a DH.
Yeah.
That answers that question.
So that must, so that's what they must do then.
So
Take out the DH.
Yeah, you can have a DH, but you're not required to.
There you go.
That answers it.
The more you know.
Right.
Damn, that's wild though.
Well, I learned something new today, boys. Looks like I'm done.
So do I. So did I. I think we're done with the show.
Right.
Man, that's just nuts. Like, man. So he has, what has he done? He has 40 strikeouts this year, 20 walks. This is pitching. Giving up 2 home runs. Man, this guy is no fucking joke. Must be nice to have him. What's his salary? He making bank?
Hell no. And that's the crazy part. That's what makes you wonder, like, how are the Angels ran so bad?
Right, because they have what? Trout.
They had him and Mike Trout. And then they had Albert Pujols for a little while.
But
granted, it was, slightly over the hill, Albert Pujols, but he was still producing.
Yeah, Ohtani has a 2-year, $8.5 million contract.
Wow. See you at the Yankees in a couple of years.
Well, you're not going to be able to afford Trout and Ohtani.
No, he'll go to the Dodgers or some shit.
The Angels might not be able to, yeah. But
well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the Angels can't afford Trout and Ohtani. That's what I'm saying. Who are you gonna? I mean, you just gave Trout what, a 10-year or $350 million deal, or whatever the fuck it was. You got
something like that.
You're gonna have to give something like that to Ohtani. A guy who's batting 270 and also throwing a 2.1 ERA. Fuck out of here. He deserves double what Trout's getting because he's doing double the fucking work.
I was gonna say they're gonna have to pay him more than they're gonna have to pay Trout because he's playing both sides of the ball, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The just real quick on soccer related note, number 11 Santa Clara beat Florida State, the number 1 seed, to win the NCAA Women's Soccer Championship, and then the unseeded Marshall Thundering Herd beat Indiana Hoosiers in overtime to win the Men's Soccer National Championship. Would have never thought of, like, Marshall won a damn title. I'll be damned.
Good for them.
Right. It was kind of wild to me. 1-0. And just some crazy stats in the NFL wise. I still, every time I see this, it just blows my goddamn mind. Larry Fitzgerald has 41 career tackles and 30 career drops. Unfucking real.
Impressive. Extremely impressive.
I love this. Bruce Matthews didn't make a Pro Bowl until he was 27 years old, yet no player in NFL history has more appearances. He had 14.
Oof.
The old Aaron Donald, of Cody's team, 2014 Pro Bowl Defensive Player of the Year, 2015, 16, and 17, First Team All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year in 17, 18 First Team All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year, 19 First Team All-Pro, 20 First Team All-Pro Defensive Player of the Year. He's no bullshit.
First round pick too.
Another fun thing I read that I laughed. After turning 40, Jerry Rice had 185 catches, 2,500 yards, and 12 TDs. All other players in NFL history after turning 40 have a combined 2 catches for 4 yards. Tom Brady and Brett Favre. And then last, this is mainly for Cody. If Trevor Lawrence throws a touchdown pass to Tim Tebow, do not turn on ESPN for at least 7 days.
Man,
That's a fact.
dude, he's not gonna make it through training camp.
We gotta get to some trivia.
I just want to watch. Matter of fact, I actually want to go to Jaguars training camp. I want to see Tim Tebow get blown up. That is the only reason why I want to go.
You might see that. All right, Bear,
You know it's gonna happen.
Right. Updated standings, Bear.
Updated standings for the podcast. Gray has 131, Cody with 92, Bear with 118, Parrot with 61, Peapod with 8, Wes Anderson with 2.
All right. Here we go with Jeremy, the man. We got to thank him again. Always the biggest contributor to the show, the greatest asset to this show. He's more reliable than Parrot.
Well, that's not saying much.
All right, for 3 points, I'm going to give you 5 facts, but one of them is not true. Can you name the one that is not true? Cassius Stanley was in the 2021 Slam Dunk Contest, even though he ended up not having a dunk in the regular season game this year. Kevin Durant has more tweets than he does career points. The Minnesota Timberwolves have now surpassed the Tampa Bay Bucks for the worst winning percentage in the history of American sports. Muggsy Bogues, the smallest player to ever play in the NBA, was actually the 12th overall pick in the 87 draft. Ray Allen's real first name is Walter.
That's a tough one right there.
So, for 3 points, what is the false one in here? I'm gonna put mine. I'm just gonna put the number. Which number? I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Also,
I'm ready to go when y'all are. This is a complete guess, by the way.
Right.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Me and Bear both said number 4. Muggsy Bogues was the 12th pick in the 87 draft. And then Art Sloan, T-Wolves surpassed Tampa Bay for the worst winning percentage in American sports.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is. Cassius Stanley had 3 dunks, had 3 dunks this season. Durant has 23,000 points and 24,000 tweets.
That one doesn't surprise me.
No, me either. T-Wolves are the worst. Wow.
I think
that's not even counting his burners.
I was about to say 2 and 3. I was like, I'm pretty sure those are true. 5, I knew
5,
that.
I knew that too. I wasn't sure about 4 and 1.
1 was a tough one because I was like, man, dude, that's like too good not to be true.
Right.
Jeremy said, I didn't watch the dunk contest. That's the reason why I didn't pick 1.
Yeah,
Neither did I.
I don't even know who Cassius Stanley is.
Neither do
I. So Jeremy says he loves this time of year with the NBA playoffs. As a Jazz fan, part of me wants the Memphis Grizzlies. No, wants me, or the Denver Nugget, one of the two. Part of me wants the Lakers in the first round. While they may be rusty, possibly lack of stamina, and probably aren't 100%, we will most likely have to face them eventually. Anyway, so let's do it. You got to get past Denver first. Although I can't see them losing tonight, the Clippers are the joke of the league as far as I'm concerned by tanking at the end of the season to Houston and OKC just so they would avoid the Lakers in the first and second round, assuming the Lakers win tonight. Ridiculous. That's all I have this week. See you guys for wrestling.
I agree. I 100% agree. Like, how dumb can you be to do that? Like, that made no sense to me.
Did they tank on purpose?
Yeah, they lost on purpose because they wanted to avoid the Lakers. I'm like, why would you want to avoid 7 home games at the minimum? Or max?
That's not their arena. Everybody knows that.
It don't matter. You're playing at home, but why travel? Why? You get to sit at home in your own bed for 2 weeks. It doesn't matter if you're home arena or not. You're at home. You are at home. You don't have to go travel and sit in a hotel, have some pizza delivery dude jerk off on your pizza and give you food poisoning.
Bear's telling you about what just happened to him on Monday.
I was talking about Jordan and
yeah, I remember that.
I haven't had pizza since last week. Thank you. But that's my thing is like it don't make sense, and I love Ty Lue. I love Ty Lue. He won Cleveland champion. LeBron won Cleveland championship, but he was the coach, so I'll give him props. But like why LeBron? You know LeBron.
Exactly.
Dude,
So you want to play LeBron and
to,
Anthony Davis in the first round?
Why would you not want that?
Why would you? Because
they're fucking. They both been hurt for the last 40 days.
They haven't really been hurt. They just
Anthony
knew they were
Davis
so far ahead.
Anthony Davis is one ankle roll away from being done the rest of his career. We know LeBron's going to be LeBron. You got to get over that. He's in the finals how many times? 6? 5?
How many times have he been to the finals? 10?
Right. I mean, they've been playing.
You have a better chance. You have a better chance of beating LeBron than you do losing to LeBron. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Who
else on that team's scary? Dennis Schroeder? Schroeder. Caldwell Pope? Oh no, not Caldwell Pope. Fuck.
Hey, he fresh off house arrest, man. You
telling me Kawhi, Mr. Big Ball Kawhi, doesn't want to shut down LeBron? He can't. The best defender in the league, the Claw. Come on, man.
Dude, Kawhi ain't got it no more, man. That knee, there's something ain't right with that knee. And we all know Paul George ain't mentally capable to handle playoff pressure.
Well, he's already admitted that, but still, be a man, right. Grow up, fucking do it.
Do you don't really want them problems in the first round after all the shit that they've talked in the off season? You can't go out here and lay an egg in the first round.
I don't want to play that. I would, if I had to pick, if I had to pick between the Lakers, Nuggets, or Jazz right now, give me the Lakers. I'll play the Lakers. Sign me up for that. I don't want the Lakers or Jazz right now.
That sounds like a fool's mission right there.
I mean, the Nuggets or Jazz, excuse me, not the Lakers.
So,
I'd take the Nuggets right now. I mean, it's a hell of a lot easier to stop Jokic and try to make what's his name? Oh my gosh, I can't think of that dude's name. No, he's hurt.
Is he done? I thought he was coming back. Is he done?
He might be back for the playoffs, but I haven't seen or heard anything. No, not Conley. The kid that Michael Porter.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, like I'd rather take my chances and try to make Michael Porter Jr. beat me than trying to beat LeBron and Anthony Davis.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not down you on that one. I just two guys that. I mean, LeBron's LeBron. LeBron's going to play, but AD he's Mr. Glass House. So we're going to see. It's going to be good. I think there's a lot of great series that we're going to watch, and I think you're going to find. I honestly don't think either LA is going to make it. I don't. I think you're going to have a different team out of the. You're going to have a different team out of both, honestly, because Brooklyn hasn't been there in 10 years. So you're going to have a different team out of both conferences. I think that's just going to happen this year.
So we got to wrap this up real quick. We got to talk about our Athlete of the Week, 2003 Sportsman of the Year for Laureus World Sports Awards, which was rescinded. Can you guess what we're talking about today? This was May 20th, 2003.
Lance Armstrong.
You are correct. Lance Armstrong.
One nut himself.
Seven-time Tour de France winner. All taken away. Does not get them anymore. But he does get to keep the 2 individual stages. Rescinds all of his losses. He did a lot. He had, the Livestrong stuff, which was big. I still think I still have a Livestrong shirt, which I think he backed out of that. And he still have the bracelet.
Hasn't broken yet. It's about there, though. It's ripped. It's close. Those are basketball wounds right there.
You remember this one?
Yep. Still got that one, too.
Yeah, that one, too. We were together for that one.
So that one too.
Yeah, Tour de France. He had, and it's funny, they're all scratched. 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're all scratched.
Mm-hmm. No, shouldn't have been doping. We gonna fucking sit here and criticize a horse for being a little bit over. That dude was the biggest cheater there was. And hey, I get it. He was a big fat cheater. That's great. But the money he still raised for cancer research and development and all that, you can't take that away from the dude. No, I'm not saying he isn't a fucking skis and he's a terrible person, but the dude did good. It's just, he didn't do all good. That just happens sometimes.
He had to cover up the bad, man. I'm going to give this money for cancer.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's pretty much exactly how it was, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Money went to a good cause at some point. It would have been worse if he won. Let's put it this way, right? If he won all his Tour de France's legally with no drugs, but embezzled all the cancer money.
That would be worse.
That would be a million times worse than drugging and fucking cycling. Who gives a shit? It's fucking right. You're riding a bike up a hill. Who cares? Who cares? You do all the steroids, drugs, testosterone, whatever you want. I don't care. Do some cocaine while you're at it too.
Yeah, he had a whistleblower lawsuit. He had all this shit. He had Acceptance Insurance Company had sought $3 million. It paid him in bonuses for winning the Tour de France from 99 to 2001. That's just wild. But yeah, I mean, he's very tarnished.
And absolutely.
To say the least.
Yeah, very tarnished. He owns a coffee shop in downtown Austin, Texas. Hey, I'm going to be in Austin, Texas. I think I'm going to take a picture of that and go to that.
Too bad you're not going to be there this weekend. You can watch the race.
Yeah, no shit. It's called Juan Pilota Cafe. The name is a joking reference to his testicular cancer, with the name Juan being considered by some a homophone for one, and Pilota being the Spanish word for ball.
See, how do you not like that shit? Yeah. He might have cheated to pedal a bicycle for 8,000 miles, but who gives a shit?
We got to go. I got to tell. I'm going to be with old Robbie in a lobby. Then I got to let him know. We have to go.
Is he still with Shania?
I don't know.
Stat Parrot, look it up. Oh, wait, you're not here.
I'm definitely going to that. So, in the same building, he owns and operates a bike shop named Mellow Johnny's, after another nickname of his derived team, Mallet Juan, just French for yellow jersey. Interesting.
Well, I'm interested in this now.
What's that?
If he's still with Shania.
2017, he started a podcast called The Move, daily coverage of the Tour de France in 18 and 19. Mm-hmm. He also appeared without compensation on NBC Sports Network's live Tour de France broadcast. Did not violate terms of his ban because he's banned.
Oh, I thought you meant like his band. Like I thought you meant he was in a band.
He's a one-man band, baby. So we're waiting on you so we can end the show.
You know what? Lance Armstrong could be your athlete of the week. My athlete of the week is Mr.
It wasn't even fucking Shania. It was Sheryl Crow.
Fuck that.
What? Who's athlete of the week?
My athlete of the week is Mr. Kwame fucking Brown. That's who my athlete of the week is.
Well, you gotta say why.
If you don't know, hey, listen. Kwame Brown wants all the smoke. All right. So started off. There's All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, and they had Gilbert Arenas on the show. And Gilbert Arenas was talking about his time in Washington. And around the time the Wizards had drafted Kwame Brown #1, and that was Jordan's first pick. And so, he was kind of going how things were with Kwame Brown and how kind of Jordan kind of broke him down and, kind of destroyed his mindset really when it came to playing basketball. And so they started cracking some jokes. And next thing you know, Kwame Brown gets on Instagram Live and just unloads the clip. He basically went in into Steven Jackson saying that he should, grow up, pull his pants up, act like an MF and man. Then started to go in on Matt Barnes and emptied the clip on him, talking about how he was light skinned and confused and didn't know which way that he wanted to go, one way or the other. As a man, and then no, not like that, not like that. Two different Americas, man. Light skin, dark skin. It's two different Americas. That's a whole nother show. Um, um, and then he proceeded to start hitting Matt Barnes where it hurt, and brought up the whole Derek Fisher thing.
Oh boy!
And called Matt Barnes a sucker for driving 2 hours to try to go and fight Derek Fisher because Derek Fisher stole his family. And the kicker to me was he asked Matt Barnes. He said, "Hey, is that your mentor? Is that your daddy? Shut the fuck up and get that man some gas money so he can go pick your kids up."
Oh
And
shit!
yeah, I lost it. Oh my god! And it was basically enough. And then Gilbert Arenas, his whole tune changed because Gilbert Arenas enlightened a whole world to how Kwame Brown really is, off the court. Basically, Gilbert Arenas got on Instagram and said he wanted no parts of Kwame Brown because Kwame Brown is about that action. And if to kind of translate about that action is basically whenever, wherever, however. If there's a problem, he's gonna solve it. Because Kwame Brown comes from a family of what they say. I want to say his dad is in jail right now. I believe for dealing drugs. I think dealing drugs, and then his brother is in jail for beating up somebody. Um, so, I mean, Gilbert Arenas basically said when Kwame Brown was in Washington, he didn't go out to the clubs with jewelry on unless Kwame Brown was there. He said he seen Kwame Brown and two of his brothers beat up like 12 security guards at one time. And there was never a problem when Kwame Brown was out in the bars.
The fuck was Gilbert worried about? He's packing heat anyways.
Nah, Gilbert ain't about that action. That gun wasn't even loaded.
What?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, you never knew that.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, but that should tell you too what Kwame Brown is about. If
No,
the
hey.
man that brought
Go ahead.
Oh, if the man that brought guns to work, the man that brought two pistols to work and told somebody to pick one is telling you that he don't want any smoke with Kwame Brown, that should let you know what Kwame Brown is about.
Well,
hold on a second. Give me one on that one. That's what I'm saying.
I get you one.
I'm letting you know. I'm not, at no point am I saying anything about Kwame. I'm not saying that. I get that. I'm just saying Gilbert had enough sack to, hey, yeah, I'm gonna flash my pieces in the locker room, and I get it. I wouldn't want to smoke with Kwame Brown. I wouldn't want to smoke with Gilbert Arenas. I'm not going to take a smoke with anyone I don't know who at least I got a punching chance against. I'm just saying.
They all got the guns, man.
But I'm just saying, man.
Agent Zero.
Right.
I like Agent Zero. He makes me laugh, man. He was solid too.
Yeah. He said on Instagram, once Kwame Brown got traded to the Lakers, man, he stopped going out. And then when he did go out, he stopped wearing jewelry. So, I mean, obviously, like Kwame Brown is like the enforcer, man.
So why is Kwame needs to be in WWE? Someone get that.
I'm sure they will. You're going to team up with old Pat McAfee.
And he's not as big of a bust as people, kind of say he is. I mean, he played 12 years in the league. not too many. I mean, if Kwame Brown was picked anywhere else but number one, or at least out of the top five, I think people would probably say he had a serviceable career.
Right.
I think he did have a serviceable career, but everyone
Yeah, I
was at
mean,
number one on everybody. He ain't no fucking Sam Bowie, so everyone needs to calm down
right.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, he played 12 years. I mean, and I want to say he averaged more points and rebounds per game than Robert Ory. So, I mean, that should, and people are, trying to get Robert Ory in the Hall of Fame just because he has 7 rings.
Yeah, shit.
But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
could
shit,
have trailed on those teams too in that 7 ring.
right. I mean, hell, James Posey ain't going into the Hall of Fame no time soon, so Robert Ory ain't neither.
Right. Well, we got to wrap this thing up because we got some AEW to watch. Next week, we can't do a watch along of AEW because it won't be on Wednesday. It'll be on Friday. So, Friday Night Dynamite next week. So, thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, Crandall Squatting Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DatingTransformation.com. Sparty Steve, thank you again. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Keep them guns loaded, Gilbert.
The man that ran up in the stands that punched fans changed his tune when Kwame Brown got to talking to him on Instagram.